What up, YouTube?
What's up,
It's Anwar.
Keith?
Welcome to the War Room.
Yes, long time.
Long time.
Fuck
We've
yeah.
been in this in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get back into it. Get back into dropping this content because everybody's doing content.
Yeah,
watching
except for us.
Except for us, and we gotta get back on the ball.
And most of it, I don't like it. So, yeah.
So yeah, with that being said, we want to give some perspective on what we've been seeing. With our Detroit Lions. I've been on this ride again with them again, fucking around. Back on that smack again.
Yep, back on the fucking drywall.
But with that being said, we got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of speculation, a lot of trades. Yes. One of the higher
we back on.
Higher available salary cap, opportunity for options.
Yep.
Opportunity to change the franchise, turn it around like a San Francisco, like they keep trying to compare us, which is hilarious.
Yeah, right.
But,
right.
I'm building all this up to say, with all this going on, can somebody please tell me what the fuck are we doing right now?
They don't know. We're just doing shit.
Just everything.
We're going to try whatever. Because, one, we have a GM that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and we have a coach that's in way. Both of them are in way over their head. So, we're just doing shit. I mean, there's no, okay, this is what we really need. Because we fucking need everything.
Everything.
So, they don't know.
But
I don't feel like they know.
I thought it was playoff. Or was it playoff? I don't know.
Contend bust. Yeah, which is
bust,
fucking weak.
Which is a relative term
Yeah.
to me. Contend could be 9-7, 8-8. That kind of nonsense. Yeah, dog. It's crazy to me right now. I mean, we're getting a lot of national press with all this stuff going on and all this speculation. But, based on what I'm seeing and how things are looking like they're unraveling at the seams, where they're trying to spin it,
shit.
We're about to be truly fucked, and we're going to probably fuck this draft.
Yeah, of course.
And just totally be even worse than what we were.
And I wish I could say I was one of those fans that it's like season to season. Like, I let everything go that happened last season. But, I mean, we're not.
That's us. This is it.
We're not capable.
No.
No, not at all.
Like Mike Valentini was talking about, we're not qualified.
Of course not.
Qualified in any arena. I mean, it's just like Snacks is out of there, and I don't blame him. Salute to Snacks. I appreciate what you did, dog. Man,
I'm gonna retire.
You see the meme that he got up out of there with the meat meal pick? Yeah, that was dope. I don't blame him. Yeah, I mean, that's how bad we were. He was on the brink. He's in tears because I know he laid it on the line. And he's like, man, I just don't have the heart to play. They let him out that contract. He's like, I think I might want to give this 2020 a go. Because that's just what kind of despair we put our talent in. And, the Stafford thing now, that's an interesting situation. But
it's all bullshit. I mean, his wife already said, he ain't fucking. He's not going anywhere.
No, he's not going
If you don't like Stafford, fucking well.
He got probably one more year to deal with this, and it is what it is. But yeah, that cap number's too high. Nobody's going to eat that cap, I don't think.
Next year, maybe.
Yeah, that becomes a little bit more, way cheaper and a little bit more enticing. And I mean, we got the CBA and stuff going on right now. So if anything, this is the time to have to deal with a cap hit because we got more wiggle room right now.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. The Slay thing, I swear to God, if y'all trade Slay, I'm not going to any fucking games this year. That's it. I've been quitting them. You know how I'm sounding like a junkie right now. I'm done with the shit. But we went to the San Diego game last year. I went to the Chiefs game and shit, right?
Yep.
And if we trade Slay, then the season is over. Then you're clearly mailing it in, and at that point you have to pick a cornerback. But the thought that we are going to trade one of the top cornerbacks in the league because he wants to get paid, and it's a reasonable number. It's just typical Detroit Lion logic. And I say that fucking term so facetiously right now.
That'd be the dumbest shit. Who gets rid of one of their best defensive players?
Their best defensive player, arguably, right?
For whom? For a Rookie?
Because he wants to get paid and stay here?
First of all, one, he's not the only corner available for a new contract. So if he gets paid, he's not even. Next year, that fucking contract is going to be nothing.
Right.
Like when everybody was bitching about the Stafford contract, it's going to be nothing.
Right. And just pay the man. Just pay the man. If you try
I think what, 50? I think it's between 15 and 17.
Yeah, pay him fucking $16 million.
Finally take care of your players.
Right. Fucking set a precedent, man. We got all these free agents coming up. Ain't nobody gonna want to come here and play with all this nonsense, man. And if they do come here, we gotta overpay to get them here. So you're gonna pay, no disrespect to Trey Flowers. I mean, but we paying him 17, 18 million, and he had a pedestrian season. He didn't turn it on till the end. Bottom line, right? Yeah. I didn't see a lot of. I mean, he got a raw deal in Green Bay. I'm not saying he's not a good player.
Yeah, that was bullshit in Green Bay.
What we're paying him, we can pay Slater. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It's just real simple. Anybody that wants to be a Detroit Lion, you keep them a Detroit Lion. Yeah. Because nobody wants to come here. We're the laughing stock. It's real simple. Yeah. We could have turned this fucking team around like a year ago. Yeah. We got all these free agents. I mean, we got so much to get into. Yeah. We're a little pumped up. We haven't done this shit in a while. Yeah. But, okay, so we're not getting rid of Stafford, right? No. We've already discussed that. Yep. The Slay thing, how do you think that plays out?
The Slay thing, I think they're going to end up fucking trading him, which is dumb. And they're going to end up getting Chris Harris. And Chris Harris ain't bad, but he's 31. And what you got, the young guy was saying, Amari.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, from Penn State. Yeah,
you got him.
Awarie or something?
Yeah, Awarie.
Yeah, okay.
First of all, the front seven is probably still going to be shit. So
we're Swiss cheese up there.
Yeah. What would you put Chris Harris on the number one with the front seven being that shitty?
And he's learning a new scheme.
Yeah, so that's not gonna work.
Instead of keeping the
younger guy and the guy that can do it all, and instead of paying our players that actually want to fucking be here, let's get rid of them.
Right.
Because our coach doesn't like.
And for a lot of people who don't really, they don't really know he's not a household name. Unless you really, if you're a real football fan, you know Big Play Slay is one of the nicest. He's, in my opinion, I say top 3, and I'm trying to not be biased, but at the very least, he's top 5. Based on metrics, what he does, and you know why he's so dope. You don't hear about him because they don't give him no action over there. If he does get some action, he's going to take some losses, like any cornerback, but when it's go time.
Keenan Allen tore his ass up.
Keenan Allen tore him up. He had a tough day that day because, like I said, we was there. But when it counted, Slay got that interception in the end zone to seal the game, man. And that's why you pay them type of players, yo. So it's crazy to me, man. It's heartbreaking.
And they're probably going to get rid of him.
They're going to get rid of him.
They're trying to get rid of him for a first. They're probably going to, and no one's going to give them that. So because he doesn't have a new deal, so they're not going to get that. So they're probably going to get rid of him for a third or a fourth.
Yeah, we're going to get fleeced on that and finessed. Yep. And then, like I said, you already know you got so many holes to your point, right? Mm-hmm. And then you take away the surest thing we have. Yeah. And then at that point, it pigeonholes us into a situation where we got to draft differently. We'll get into that in a second. But, yeah, we've just got a lot of stuff where we should be giving some security to our players right now. And it's like we're saying one thing, and on the back end, they're slowly chipping away at what little bit of talent we have. And then it's going to affect us moving forward with potentially signing Galladay. You look at Glasgow, from what you said, I haven't really been seeing a lot of it. He sounds like he's checking out. He's getting up out of there, and I don't blame him. And we need to pay him too. Yep. But we're not.
You only got 2 offensive linemen I would pay. Ragnow and Glasgow. Everybody else can get the fuck out of here. But, because, I mean, who else? Who else on that fucking line would you keep?
I mean, isn't it Joe Dahl there? Or is he bad? I don't know. I feel like there was a Dahl on the team. I don't know. But yeah, Ragnow, who I didn't like that pick at that pick. I'm not saying you can't get him, but I didn't want to get him where we got him. But he's turned into a solid center, and he's a mauler, and he can be a cornerstone for our team moving forward. But yeah, they talking about, they don't want to pay, how much is he worth? And just pay the man. We got the money. This is the year to capitalize. Lock in a couple of these. He's durable. He hasn't missed. I don't think he's missed really any games. Minimal at most. I don't know what the number is. But he's always been a solid player. They put him in different spots on the line, so he has versatility.
Yep.
You pay that man.
Yeah,
you keep him right there. He's already been drafted with us, and
you got to change the narrative of the team.
Right. I mean, it's
you're
simple,
known for fucking people over and not paying them or keeping them when they don't want to fucking be here. You have to change that narrative. And they don't want to do that.
Right.
So
the Quandre thing, I mean, we haven't even talked about it. I've been so upset about Quandre, and that's so old news, but, since we ain't done it in a while, that shit was fucking stupid. That was mailing it in, too. Well, it really started, real talk with Golden Tate. I'm like, okay, so kind of just get rid of him for no reason, and you get rid of Quandre for no reason, and then now,
But they're not Quinn's guys. He didn't draft them. But Quinn is fucking awful at drafting.
Yeah.
I mean, you have one Pro Bowler by default.
Right. Galladay's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast, but he's not a household name because he plays for Detroit.
Right. And if you get rid of his quarterback and any of the other talent when it becomes free agency time, why the fuck would he want to stay here?
I wouldn't.
I'd be up out of here. I'd be gone.
Yeah, fuck
but
this.
What do I know?
I go back to Chicago.
Right. What do I know? I'm just, been watching these motherfuckers do stupid shit for years.
Yeah.
Then we'll get into that. We're going to give you some heat on, hopefully they hear this, and maybe they'll take heat. I doubt it, but whatever.
Nah.
But, so we got this draft coming up.
Yep.
We got free agency coming up. I think free agency comes before the draft, correct? Does that start?
Yes.
I feel like it starts
on
then.
15th or 14th.
Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, that's where you start locking in your pieces, right? And then, so maybe do you want to do that first? Maybe we lock in with these free agents first, then go to the draft, or you want to say the draft?
Go free agency.
We'll go free agency first, because that determines ultimately possibly how you could draft and where you can go from that point. So we got free agency coming up right now, and to my man's point, we have so many fucking holes. It's just not even funny. On my list of guys, just within a grassroots level, the free agents that we keep on the team, in my opinion, you keep Glasgow, you keep Tavon Wilson, Don Mulbach, pretty solid long snapper, and Sam Martin, another one, man. He's always been one of the better punters. Just keep these guys. They don't cost a lot of money, man. Tavon already knows the system. He brings good depth. He had a solid season last year. Lock up your special teams, and then really get into this free agency stuff. Now, in my needs right now, like we said, everything. But for the sake of just isolating, we've got, for me, 6 places that we really need to address, potentially in free agency. Running back's one.
Yep.
Offensive lineman is another one for me. Defensive lineman, possibly a quarterback. And I say that with an asterisk, and that's contingent on what happens with this Stafford thing. Because we'll get into that in a minute. A cornerback, and we could use a linebacker right now. So I'm gonna just give you some of the guys that I was looking at, and then you can kind of chime into or tell me kind of who you were thinking as well. If I don't say somebody, and you tell me what you think. If I was to think about a quarterback, there's
out of free agency.
The free agency, I'm not really thrilled with anybody as far as because at that point, are we getting a guy? If we do trade Stafford, are we trying to get a lock pin to go for a while, or are we just trying to keep something as a bridge gap and we draft? And so I don't know. We got so much shit going on. Yeah. But if I was to look at somebody out of that class, the only one I would consider, I would think, would be Ryan Tannehill.
Really?
Yeah. He had a pretty solid season out there in Tennessee. They got a better offensive line. They got a better team overall, obviously. So if I was him, you'd be a fool. Tennessee would be a fool to not keep him right now.
Me, I'm going somewhere different, bro. Okay. I got Teddy Bridgewater.
I figured that one.
With the fucking Saints, he went 5-0 as a starter.
Teddy is solid.
Teddy 2 gloves. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah. But are you paying him starter money? What kind of money are you giving him? Is he coming in as a backup? What are your intentions with him?
Well, if I'm going to trade Stafford, he's a starter.
He's a starter, so you're going to give him starter money?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, all right, no doubt. Yeah.
I mean, what, besides Minnesota, has he really gotten a shot to,
No, that's true. And then he had a freak injury. He was on his way. He actually was giving us hell when he was out there in Minnesota. So, shout out to Teddy, man. Teddy would be a solid one. I definitely can agree. I had initially noticed that, but I'm just I don't know. He wasn't just somebody that jumped out in my head for some reason. All right, and then running backs, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to say, obviously, the guy I want, and we should have drafted him. We could have drafted Michael Thomas, and, that's a whole other story. Obviously, Derrick Henry is the guy that if I'm going to have to overpay, that'll be the guy, and I'm giving him like a 3-4 year deal. Yep. And then that totally changes our whole run game. He's a prop. Yeah. And I seen this coming. It doesn't surprise me because he did this in college, right? Man, he's no joke. He's 6'5", with 240, 245, can catch out the backfield, throw the ball a little bit, implement him in some trickery. He's durable. He's been able to stay healthy. He's always a guy like in fantasy that I was like, man, he just stays. If he can take that next step, and I think he's took it, man. Yeah. He's gonna be wreaking havoc.
I think I might have to pick him up next year if I can. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So ideally, I want Derrick Henry. That's the guy I'm going for in free agency. Probably not gonna happen. I don't see Tennessee letting him get up out of there. So Melvin Gordon is a guy I would probably be taking a flyer out on. Kind of, I know he wants to get paid. He had a rough season last year. That gambling on himself kind of bit him in the ass because he didn't have the season he should have had, and it could have potentially, altered his money. But he's still going to get paid nonetheless. But I like what Melvin brings to the table. Yeah. There's been some injury concerns in the past, but I fuck with Melvin. Jordan Howard's another one I looked at.
Yep.
He's always been solid. I liked him in Chicago. I liked him in Indiana. Yeah. He's been able to do his thing. He didn't really get a real opportunity in Philly because they had the Miles Sanders kid, but Jordan still can get busy. A couple guys that, maybe on some, give them a little bit of money, can provide some value in our scheme. Ty Montgomery and Chris Thompson, and both of them for their versatility, what they can kind of do out of the backfield.
Two people you didn't say, me, I would try to get, even though we were supposed to get him, I would try to get Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, that was another one. I forgot about Kenny. He had a great season.
He had a great season in Arizona. Yeah. I mean,
he's always been nice too.
And then I take a chance on Carlos Hyde.
I've always liked his game. He's just been hurt a lot, man.
Yeah, been hurt a lot. But we got Carry-On. I mean, Carry-On's been hurt.
True.
2 for 2. I mean, we're going to need some. Or, like I was telling you earlier, I would trade for Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, you will see. So, in Yahweh got traded, apparently?
Yeah, he got traded to the Broncos.
Okay.
And Fournette is like, I'm the only one left. So I was like, it might be time to get.
He's had a tough time.
4th round pick. I traded 4th round.
Yeah, go get him. He'd be an excellent pickup. Yeah, because we won't have to. It's so crazy now because of the rookie scale. You're seeing guys that are going 1 and 2, and top picks like a Leonard Williams. He got traded for like a 5th round pick to New York, and he's a free agent too. But yeah, that'd be another solid pickup, man. I didn't think about Leonard would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
He'd be really formidable for our team. And then I don't have wide receiver on my thing, but I will chime in real quick and just if I did think about some depth at wide receivers, I think that's one area. If we keep Marvin and we got Galladay, we got Hawkinson, Amendola, Marvin Hall. We're not really pressed about another receiver right now. But go ahead. But
for me, I'm getting that old motherfucker Emmanuel Sanders.
That's a good pickup.
He's still a dog.
Yeah.
And from what I'm hearing, Green Bay might be going after him. So
don't let him get up there and terrorize us.
Or Amari Cooper.
It's enough.
Technically sound as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
One of the best, well, not even one of the best route runner in the league, in my opinion.
That's fair. Footwork is crazy.
Yeah. Why not? I mean,
you have to give him a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't want to overpay to get him, but you know what I mean? Because he's not a pressing need. If we don't address other things, but I get it nonetheless. So go ahead.
And one person I would stay the fuck away from is Aguilar.
Yeah,
no. But those are the two main ones. AJ Green, not really.
No, I can't touch AJ either. It sucks too.
What about Robbie Anderson?
I was about to say Robbie's on my page, and the other one will be Brashard Perryman.
Yep.
And just off of nostalgia alone, shout out to his daddy, Brett Perryman with Herman Moore back in '91, getting busy, number 80. Yeah, he had a solid season in Tampa Bay. Matter of fact, he put 2 touchdowns on us when they came to town. So off the name alone, and he's been a relatively solid receiver. If you can get him for a solid price, you just want to add some depth, I think he'd be a guy. But yeah, that's all I really seen in wide receiver. But I like some of your guys too, because I was just like, I'm not really needing that. But yeah, definitely Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Offensive line, The only guy I probably would want to get would be Jack Conklin. Tennessee, another Michigan State guy. Matter of fact, he signed one of my banners. It's somewhere around here. But, it's not on this one. It's on this one right here. He on here. See, people don't even know about this one. There's a lot of heat on that bad boy, too, real quick. Well, he's somewhere on here. Kirk Cousins on there and all that other shit. But, Conk is going to get paid. Conk was a top pick. I don't think Tennessee's going to let him leave. They got Lawan anchoring the other end. Shout out to Lawan. He on the board way up at the top in the Michigan shit, right? But Jack Conk will be another good one. Yeah. Anthony Costanzo, I don't remember. I remember him playing at Indy, but I don't know if he's still there or not. But I think he's been pretty solid. And Brian Beluga, he was there in Green Bay. Always a really solid tackle coming out of Iowa, been in the league a long time. There's not really a ton there either as far as the offensive linemen are concerned. But obviously, guard Glasgow, so he's off the page. You get him. Yeah. Does anybody else in the offensive lineman before I continue my bag, yo? Anybody jumped out for you?
No, I think you.
Okay, got him. All right,
got him off.
So the guard, right? Glasgow, I say Brandon Sheriff. Yeah. And they keep talking about Joe Thuney. I guess that's how you pronounce it from New England. Yeah. Side note, with this free agency shit too, right? Like, please, let's not keep just only picking out of this New England barrel shit we've been doing lately.
Yeah, because, you take a piss in the New England bathroom, you might fucking get picked up by a lion. So, they're just doing anything. Jesus.
They're just like the body snatchers right now with these New England players. And that's all I've been seeing. I've been seeing, we'll get some of the other ones. But, yeah, I'm hearing about Thuney. I guess he was a pretty solid guard center. I remember seeing his name, obviously, with playing with New England. But those are the only ones that really are jumping out. I would ideally like Glasgow, and I wouldn't mind taking Brandon Sheriff if I had my druthers. But as far as defensive tackles, not really too many names. As far as like that shoring up the gap, that middle part, I like Jerron Reed coming out of Alabama, been to Seattle. He's been a solid one. He might be somebody to take a flyer on. And Leonard Williams. And get back to my point of what I was saying earlier. They traded him for a fifth-round guy, So, so it's just kind of crazy that you could be a number one. So, I don't know.
Traded for a fucking paper and a piece of string.
Literally. So, I know he made a couple of plays in New York, but, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't want to overpay for him, but he definitely could be a guy that can have some real potential. Yeah. Anybody else out there in them tackles for you, y'all?
Tackles, I think you hit them all.
How you feel about Clowney?
Clowney? Oh, shit. I did just skip right over his name. Next, I skipped.
I don't know.
Clowney?
I don't know if I can overpay.
Yeah, the fucking injuries.
And the injuries, too.
What about Robert Quinn from Dallas?
He's nice. He's just old now.
Yeah.
But he's had a hell of a career, though. Yeah. He's a sack machine. Absolutely. He's been a dog. Nobody really jumped out to me, man.
Why didn't we trade for Chandler Jones?
Yeah, I thought he was somebody we were going to try to go get. He's still out there in Arizona, right?
Yeah, led the league in sacks this year.
And I guess Matt Patricia and him, that's like father and son or something, right?
I guess so.
So I don't know. He's going to want to get paid. But, yeah, that's all I'm seeing in the tackle spot. As far as defensive ends, there was a couple of them. It's quite a few of them that I feel like you got to go get one of these guys. Like, you got to pay somebody. And if I'm going to, the guys that I have, would be Eric Armstead. He was solid from San Francisco. Shaq Barrett, Everson Griffin from Minnesota, and Inyakwe or whatever. But if I'm going to go get the one for me, the one or two, I'm going for Shaq Barrett right off the top. And I will be looking at either Griffin or Inyakwe more than anybody else.
Yeah, who else?
He was a monster last year. Shaq Barrett was unreal. I don't know how many sacks he ended up having, but I remember it was like week 8. He already had like 9 or 10 or something like that. It was something.
Any linebackers?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a couple linebackers, and I want all of these guys for the most part. Corey Littleton is a guy that I've always liked his game, tackle machine. If you be stupid, Rams, but you don't got no money, you're gonna have to let him go. Yeah. But I'd be trying to hold on to him. Corey Littleton is super nice. I like Devondre Campbell out there in Atlanta. He's super nice too. Mm-hmm. One of the faster linebackers. Him and what's the other guy they got out there? He's a beast with him. It's like 44 and 45. What is his name? I can't think of his name. But hell of a player too. Blake Martinez. That's another one I like coming out of Stanford. He led like the Pac-12 in tackles, I think, back-to-back years. I want to say like his junior and senior year. He's been terrorizing us up there in Green Bay forever. Tackling machine. I think he's had 100 tackles plus every year he's played. Joe Schobert out there in Cleveland. Another tackling machine. Cleveland would be stupid. All these guys, honestly, though, for most of these teams, it'd probably be wise to try to keep these guys if you can. Joe Schobert, if you're Cleveland, you got to give him some money. He's super nice. He'd be a nice guy to pull up out of there.
Yep.
Another one, Danny Trevathan. I've always loved his game.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Coming out of Denver. He's been hurt a little bit last year, but he's a beast. I've always loved his game.
Yep.
And I'll give you another sleeper. I think it's Nick Vigil. He was a linebacker from Nevada. I think he's with I feel like he's with Cincinnati or Miami.
He's with Cincinnati.
Yeah, he's solid too. He's a guy that I can see him being a really solid player going moving forward in the future. What about you? Anybody else that jumped out?
Nah, you pretty much did
them all. Okay, we're gonna see. I'm feeling myself. So my man is like, I ain't mad at none of these. If I was a fan, I'd be happy with a lot of these fucking moves. I don't know. Cornerback. First of all, cornerback. You keep it slave, so this shit isn't even a fucking problem.
Yeah, I'm going to skip that shit. I don't even want to look.
But for the sake of the podcast, I'm going to humor.
Sure? All right.
Yeah, I'm going to humor the crowd. But yeah, because there's some talent out there. And if you have him on the other side to help with the rookie and all this, and then we don't have to draft a cornerback. Yeah. I like James Bradbury. He's always been pretty solid out there in Carolina. Byron Jones is the name I'm hearing. You're not too sold on Byron?
He's not a ball hawk. I mean, he can play a safety.
Okay. I always thought he was pretty decent. He came out of UConn.
He can do a little bit of both. But no, he's not no ball hawk like Slay. I would rather.
You rather the guy being able to make a play on the ball.
Yeah.
But I felt like he was pretty decent on coverage. But I don't know. I haven't watched a ton of them. But, I catch him here and there. Another guy, he's indirectly through New England, but he's been in Tennessee the last year or two. Logan Ryan may be a solid guy you get on the depth level. I don't want to give him a ton of money. But if I can, get him for like a year or two, he wouldn't be bad. And I got two more, merely for it takes guys to, figure out that curve a little bit and just the nostalgia of both of them. Darqueze Dennard may be a guy I'll try to see what's up on coming out of Cincinnati. They had a lot of corners out there. I don't really hear too much. I didn't hear too many positive things about him. I think he lost a lot of his playing time. Yeah. But he was a hell of a player here. And fucking why not? Played at Michigan State, give him a shot. And Trey Waynes. Trey Waynes had a tough time in Minnesota from what I remember. He had some days.
Ooh,
but
shit. What's that other corner that they got? Rhodes?
Xavier Rhodes. He's a dog.
Shit. Both of them had a tough time.
Yeah, Xavier had a tough time.
Especially against Marvin Jones.
But
damn.
What he had, like 4 touchdowns,
Yeah,
right?
4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's fucked him. It's just sometimes it's those matchups, but Xavier Rhodes is a beast.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe just those two, like if you just trying to add some depth and maybe try to lock up that other side a little bit more. And then lastly, it's quite a few safeties that we got out there. Mm-hmm. I like Von Bell.
Yep.
I don't see New Orleans letting him get up out of town, but he's always been nice. I like what he's done. He was nice at Green Bay, but he was even sweet. I remember going to Alabama. Now he's in Chicago. Mm-hmm. He'd be a nice guy to pry up out of there. Going back to the the New England thing, Devin McCourty is a guy that I'm hearing about. He's a hell of a safety, though. I can't front.
What about Demarius Randall?
I saw him, too. Where's he, in Cleveland?
Yeah, I think so.
See, I thought he was a corner, but I guess he could play both. I guess he's been slightly turned it on. I wouldn't be opposed to checking Demarius out, man. He wasn't on my list. I only had 2 other guys. I really like Justin Simmons coming out of Denver. He's nice. Yeah. And Carl Joseph is pretty solid. You get worried about the injuries, but he's a thumper. Mm-hmm. But, we had a thumper. So,
Jesus.
If we don't make a splash and get at least one in most of these categories, we're gonna be fucked because we got too many holes right now.
Who on this restricted free agent list you looking at?
Glad you said something.
I'm looking at a couple. I got Matt Breida. Of course, I got Kareem Hunt.
Of course.
And let's see. Would I take Urlacher?
Austin Eckler?
Yeah,
I would definitely. He's gonna be a stud, but I don't know. The Chargers are a mess as far as not wanting to keep the talent and all that kind of stuff.
Right. What about the Bears defensive end, Roy Robertson Harris?
I don't know. I didn't know who that was when I saw that name. He plays for Chicago?
Yeah, he plays for Chicago.
Nope, I don't know nothing about him.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Eckler and Kareem Hunt. Real quick side note. You played yourself on that one, too.
Yeah, could have had him already.
Could have had him already. Who gives a... I mean, I'm not even going to get PC about that, but just let's keep it real. For the most part, as soon as he scores a couple of touchdowns,
everybody's going to forget about it.
Everybody's going to not even give a fuck about his, that unfortunate incident that happened. So let's keep it real. We could have got him out and gave him a 2-3 year deal. We're going to give you $4 million. And we all know he was a premium running back and he was on course to get paid. And you're getting a guy in the prime of his career for pretty much nothing right now. And you messed it up. And he had a pretty solid season and had him playing out of the backfield because Chubb is a beast as well. But you get him as our feature back, man, for nothing. That's somebody I'll be going after too. So those are only some of the guys that I saw. Eckler could be; those two could be game changers right there. Eckler is going to cost a little bit more, but
I would definitely go after Matt Breida though.
Yeah, Matt Breida is somebody. I didn't think about him, but he was solid in San Francisco. He's a littler guy, but he can get busy. Yeah, so we can lock that shit up, right?
Yeah.
And then we would segue into the draft. Gonna be in Las Vegas this year.
Yeah.
Got the number 3 pick.
Yeah.
A lot going on with that right now. We're like so relevant for, I don't even know if it's the right reasons, but everybody's talking about us, about this 3 pick and all the speculation. Tua, Badoku, can we get Chase Young? Anthony Simmons is on the board.
Yeah.
Does Burrow fall? Trade down.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. I mean, for me, I'm not getting Tua. Fuck that. No. The reasoning that, like, you watch the herd, the reasoning is, wouldn't you be glad to just have somebody new? Because it's not working with Stafford. So basically, it'll be like, oh, okay, we get Tua. We still fucking suck, but at least it's somebody new.
And we're setting our future up for a regime that probably won't be there.
Yeah, so
the following year.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense. So, whatever. Yeah, and then that fucking hip. No. To be honest, I think he's gonna be a journeyman. Don't think he's gonna be all that.
Before the hip?
No, before the hip, he's gonna be probably number 1.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But now the hip, I got you. Okay.
With the hip showing that you can't stay healthy.
That's a tough one
already, because you playing against kids, now you're ready to play against grown men.
And you're playing on Alabama's line. Alabama's always had solid.
Yeah, so
he got punishment, man, all the time.
There's another motherfucker I see with broken hip, and his nose was bleeding from it. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it was disturbing.
That's disturbing.
Yeah,
I didn't know that part.
Yeah,
that would concern me. I know they're saying that it's healed, but it's one thing that is healed. He's got to get out there and he's got to run around. He's got to do this. It's going to take a while. You're talking about your hip, man.
Yeah, I mean, he passed all his medicals, but still, I just feel like it's something that could come back and bite us in the ass.
And you're potentially playing on a line that's going to have potentially 3 or 4, whatever we end up getting, offensive linemen that have never run with each other, have no chemistry whatsoever. Yep. And, I mean, he may not play this year, but even for Stafford's sake, it's going to be a tough time. So, by all means, let's go get a quarterback instead of, at that point, you might as well draft an offensive tackle. I keep seeing some names like some guy, Tristan Wirth or whatever. I don't know his name. I've been seeing his name. And I totally agree. I don't, if you're contend or whatever we're talking about, how does drafting a quarterback
help
us right now. When we have so many glaring needs.
Yeah, it doesn't help. I mean, drafting a quarterback would make zero fucking sense. But that's why you don't really watch like the Fox and the ESPN for like Lions content because they don't watch the fucking game, so they just think whatever.
Right.
So, but for me, this is just if I'm the Lions and I got the number 3 pick, if Chase Young is not there, I'm trading down. Miami, you want this motherfucker? Come get him. Get some more draft picks. And shit, I'm getting all my needs.
Right.
I mean, what if you want Jeff Okudah? He'll still be there at 5.
He hurt his neck.
Yeah, Derek Brown will still be there.
Maybe Simmons.
Simmons more than likely will still be there. Shit, I mean, you can still do whatever you want to do. I mean, you get some more picks. You get another running back, maybe Jonathan Taylor, maybe what's the LSU running back?
Yeah, he's super sweet too, with the 2 last names. Is it Hayward Claire or something like that? It's something Claire, but he's 22. I love his game. He's a dog, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a ton of them.
Yeah, get you offensive linemen, get you a quarterback in the later rounds.
Right.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, but other than that, no, I'm not keeping that number 3 pick if Chase Young is in there. Fuck that.
Right.
What about you?
You think he can fall?
Well, from what I'm hearing, I mean, Washington may not be sold on Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, I've been hearing that too.
Yeah.
You really don't know. I mean, a lot of it, that's why free agency is so paramount because
it's all talk.
Depending on what we sign can really dictate what needs become, more priority or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, I don't want to draft him. I don't see the logic in that. If I can't get Young right there, there's nobody I really want I don't want to really pick anybody at 3 either. Mm-hmm. And to your point, I think Miami's got something where they got 5 and 18. Somebody's got an extra pick in the first round. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they were a team that possibly needed a quarterback. So if you could figure out something like that, like you said, acquire some more draft picks and then go down a little bit of a spot, and then you're still going to have a lot of solid players right there. And for the value's sake and the contract, it'd be a better situation for us moving forward. Absolutely. But what's interesting, honestly, if we were to keep it there, the guy I really want, and I was listening to Valentini, and he brought up, and I fuck with Mike. I like his channel. Shout out to Mike Valentini. What's that, 97.1?
He's a bit of a dick.
He's a dick.
A miserable dick.
He's a dick, but he makes some. But when
sometimes.
But that Lions shit, he be dead on.
Yeah,
a lot
because
of times
they
fucking suck.
And it's easy because they fucking suck.
Yeah, it's low hanging fruit, but nonetheless, he brings some very interesting perspective. Yeah. And he brought up a good point, man. I would want Isaiah Simmons, and I just feel like a lot of times everybody's like, oh, well, watch out for the guy that's really good at a lot of things as opposed to being great at one thing. And Valentini went in to say, like, if we're getting him at 8. Then I understand the pick, but at 3, I want a great player. I don't want the flashy toy, and we're not qualified enough to scheme and utilize him properly like a Pittsburgh or Arizona or Kansas City. We're going to ruin him. But for the logic of it, if we could utilize him correctly, that would be a guy for us. And I feel like, considering we have so many depth problems, if a guy gets hurt, he can go somewhere else. For me, he's a linebacker. I wouldn't really have him playing slot corner and some of the other shit that they said he can do. I keep him at linebacker and just kind of let that dude kind of do whatever. He'd be my middle and try to set the tone with him and put Gerard on weak side and put Tabai on that strong side. And I don't know who else we got. We need another one. Maybe Kennard. I know you're not a real big Kennard guy. Sound like we're going to keep him. I wouldn't mind Isaiah. Okudah, depending on where we're getting him at. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't really. I've heard like Jerry Jeudy. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on him. Yeah, we don't need him either.
We wouldn't get him. I mean, because to be honest, we don't really have a speedster on our team.
That's what I'm saying. He could blow the top off.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the game against Green Bay with the flea flicker, they hawked Galladay ass down fairly easily.
Right.
Not the fastest guy.
No.
So, I mean, they could, but probably won't.
Right.
I mean, to be honest, I would want Jerry Judy to go somewhere like the Eagles.
Yeah, that'd be a good setup for him. Or Kansas.
Because
Kansas City doesn't have that.
Yeah, because I hate the fucking Dallas Cowboys. That's not the reason why.
Well, yeah, I can see them being a type of team that'd go get a Jerry Judy. Considering you may not keep Amari Cooper, I don't know where they pick, but yeah, man. I don't know. I have no idea what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But I just feel like overall we are going
to
find a way to fuck this up.
Shit, if you can't count on anything, you count on Lions.
You can count on them disappointing us.
We are
the only team
that is already made. It is already on the table. They're gonna find a way.
Find a way.
Jesus.
You got anything you want over here. Yeah. You're gonna go dig in that pile of trash. Right?
Yep. It's because we try to do shit the Patriot way.
Right.
But the Patriots don't fuck up. So.
And the Patriots have Bill Belichick. Possibly not Tom Brady, but that's a whole other thing. We can't get it all. We've already been on this long enough. Yeah. But yeah, just wanted to get on here real quick.
Yeah.
And kind of give some perspective. We're going to try to get back into this and doing this a little bit more. We had some other stuff, and I left it upstairs. I hated to be political, but I didn't bring the thing.
Yeah.
With the mic. We'll get to it, though. But yeah, before we go, we'll wrap this up, man. Got my little consignment stuff still popping. You see it up on the wall, right? So come check out my page, man. I'm on eBay. Like I said, Capital Consignment World, man. We got some heat right here, yo. What I got? Size, I don't know what I got right here. Size 8.5 of these, what's these Sheila Richards and shit, right? You see them? Gonna put them up in the camera. I don't know what the camera is. Yeah, some I don't know. But I know there's some heat, So you want to fuck with your boy, trying to make some, trying to do some good business, you need to get with him.
Yeah, man.
But like I said, it's Capital Consignment World, and it's on eBay. I'll put it in the description box. But, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, yo.
Yes.
It's good to get back into it. We need to continue to do this more. It's been a long time. Everybody's got family shit going on. And
I like a motherfucker.
Daddy and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to baby girl. She about to be 1 here in another month.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So, everybody's been busy. But we're going to get back into it.
Yep.
But, yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe button.
Back to business and back to the tooth chipping. Shit.
Back to the tooth. Shit.
Yes, sir.
My man. Y'all be easy. Take care.